What's going on, YouTube? Coming back at you with another video. So I was just reading this article that was written back in 2018, an interview with Juice WRLD, where Juice WRLD apparently in his first meeting with Future told him that Future, partially was responsible for getting him started on lean or introducing him into lean. And I thought it was definitely deep. There was a lot of conversations to be had just around the short little article. Basically, he said Future, quote unquote, kind of apologized and said something along the lines of like, oh, wow, like Future really couldn't believe that, his lyrics had anything to do with Juice WRLD getting started on lean. And this is just shows the power of music. A lot of times we overlook it. And there's so much power in the words that are put inside of the music and the message that is put inside of the music. And this Juice WRLD death really gave me a whole new outlook on the way things are and just the way I deal with the younger generation. To be honest with you, I've kind of put myself in a bubble where I don't really want nothing to do with anything coming out of the new generation. I'm stuck in my ways. I don't like the shit that's going on. I don't like the skinny jeans, these weird ass clothes, just the lack of talent as far as in the music industry. Not feeling none of this shit, so I've completely removed myself. The problem with that stance, though, is not everybody out there is whack. Not everybody out there is on some weirdo shit. Not everybody out there from the new generation is ass backwards or dumb or whatever the case may be. So it's like we got to find a way to try to bridge the gap and help reach these younger generation people who seem to be lost, like Juice WRLD. I was listening to some of his music. I never paid attention to him before hearing about his death. But when I did, I'm going to tell you, honestly, this death really hit me hard. It really made me start to realize and think about the way that I was looking at the whole situation with these younger generation people. Juice WRLD definitely had powerful things going on in his music. And listening to him, it clearly sounded to me like he was crying out for help, like he wanted somebody to help him. He needed help. And it doesn't seem like the right kind of people were there to do so. And this is what we need to do for the younger generation. I see a lot of other people like Juice WRLD. I don't know these people's story. I don't know their music. I don't pay any attention to them. People like Trippie Redd, for instance. I don't know why, but I see a lot of Juice WRLD in Trippie Redd. I'm sure there's a lot of other people from this newer generation as well. And it's sad that this is the state of affairs, the world that we live in. Shit is so far gone. These kids aren't smoking weed and drinking liquor anymore. They're popping pills, shooting heroin, smoking meth, all kinds of weirdo shit. And some of this responsibility, or the majority of it, falls on the people from the older generation not making the connection with the younger generation enough to actually make some kind of change. This shit is crazy to me. It's sad. And I don't exactly know what to do, how to make this change or how we fix the situation. But definitely the older generation takes a lot of responsibility for the death of Juice WRLD, for the death of anybody else out here, who was just led astray. And another part of this that I think is important to talk about is the whole music industry. I would highly advise anybody out there coming up, stay away from the music industry. If you're trying to get in, if you're trying to get your music heard, you're trying to get on, you're trying to get known, you don't need the music industry. The music industry 100% is controlled and run by Satan. Look at all these kids that they put out in front of the world. They all 666. They all got the face tats. They all represent this, and it's some people will call conspiracy, or conspiracy theories, but it's really not. It's clear as day in your face. These people that are really in power are using these kids to push these ideas and push these agendas, and also the symbolism. Like everything is just so in your face that you can't tell me that's not what it is. It's some Illuminati type shit, because it clearly is. But I would advise anybody out there, stay away from the industry. Look at how these kids are damaged. Look at the shit that they're going through. You would think, most people think that these people have great lives, that they're rich and famous and everybody knows them and it must be so great. At the end of the day, these people who are connected to the industry have a lot of problems, have a lot of skeletons in their closet, lots of weird shit going on, and shit ain't all peaches and cream. It's not what it's cut out to be, and it's not what everything ain't what it seems. And that's what it is with the music industry. Like, there's a lot of weirdo shit going on. And this is a big part of their agenda, is using the music industry to reach these kids. And it's fucked up. The messages that they're putting out there, these kids are just eating it up. But this Juice WRLD death really touched me. Like, I understand why people liked him. I understand why these kids out here are affected by his death. And it's definitely deep, but it's a good opportunity at the same time as it is a tragic loss to use this time to try to make that connection with anybody out there. So if you're from the younger generation and, you know, you're kind of lost or whatever the case may be, hopefully somebody is able to reach you, help you, and guide you away from the bullshit instead of bringing you directly to it. I don't know. It's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. I appreciate you watching. Hit the like, subscribe, share, leave some feedback. Peace.